Greetings, Warriors of the Ring. My name is Starter656. Welcome back to the channel and to the War of the Ring 2026 tournament. This is my second game of round one versus Tybo, and I just want to share this with you. And you can always watch the full video on my live to see like the live action of how it happened. But I like doing the quick replays because some people prefer it, and honestly, I prefer it. I always look at my cards only. Hopefully, you enjoy this game. And here, when I call this game, to read the title again. A Tale of Swings and Stings. So we'll see what that means. Okay. So I'm Shadow this time, and I have Stormcrow and Shelob. And I allocate no eyes. And I roll one, and I only get one muster. It's a hybrid. And he doesn't get much movement. So I don't know how I feel about this, but we're going to go with it. He passes. I decide to draw a strategy card. Passes again. Now I decide to start moving things. Farharad to Nirharad. From Barad-dûr to Gorgoroth. He plays Wisdom of Elrond, which I'm stunned. I never see this card get played. Secondar moves down, and he's able to cycle a strategy card. I decide to move Sauron to war because I'm not getting Saruman, and I want to be able to get into Old Forest Road so he doesn't get that typical movement from Carrick to Old Forest Road. So I want to get there fast before he can block it. Once he uses Will of the West. I plays guards here. I recognize that card because I played that in the last game. And I decide to move up to Gorgoroth and up towards Old Forest Road. It was the Fellowship. I totally miss. 1. And I decide to move into Old Forest Road, and I move up from Moran into Daggerlad. He decides to move the north down, which I think is really smart. So now I'm not going to attack. I was going to do attack. Maybe I should have done that faster. But I decided to use my army to move up here. And my second movement, I move up from Nirn to Gorgoroth. All right. Turn 2, I get Dreadful Spells and Monsters Roused. Fellowship is okay. I don't roll musters. But I have a lot of cards I can play, I guess. I can play Shelob. I can always draw cards. He gets a lot of movement. He passes. I put Shelob in the pool. He was the Fellowship, and I hit 2 6s right off the gate. It's a 1 reveal, so he's not going very far to start. So happy to see that. He loses Gandalf. When you lose Gandalf to a 1 this early, and not like 2 or 3, I'm thinking I want to go Corruption now. Even though I don't really have Corruption cards to play, that's what I'm thinking. So I decide to draw a character card. I get Nazgul Strike. Maybe I can hit him when he goes into Moria. Moves to Fellowship. And now I thought about moving towards Gondor, then I decided to move that random Isengard unit up onto him to give him a reroll. Moves to Fellowship. And the reroll does not help. So I get 3s. And now I play Nazgul Strike. I think I hit on 4s here. I roll for Hunt. I get my hit. My reroll is a miss. And I draw an eye, so I'm going to reveal him in Moria. So there he goes. And I draw a 1. I was hoping for a 3, but you can't always get what you want. Now it's a 2 Corruption in Moria, so he's got to hide now. And my goal is I just want to hit him. It's a Fellowship. And I thought about moving my Nazgul around and putting 1 in Moria, but the thing is, I have to roll 3 eyes to make that happen. I already have an Orc there, and it's a stronghold, so I'm thinking I'm not going to move my my Nazgul around at this point. So I decided to move up towards North Rovanian. On they went, and Shadows Gather. And there's some musters. It's 2, so I can either get the Witch King or Saruman. He does not get a Will of the West here. He moves the Fellowship. I miss. I was hoping to hit, but kind of sad. Even with the 2 rerolls. So I decide to move Isengard down. Passes. I attack Dale. with Great Host. And he has scouts. So that moves the north down. They should be at war. They're at war. Okay. He decides to move the Iron Hills guy in and Edoras to Westamnet. Now I decide to take Carrick out so it doesn't bother me. I do no card. He thinks and he plays his scouts and they run away. But I see that Spirit of Mordor is gone. And that's good to know. Because Spirit of Mordor is gone, it means I don't have to worry about having multiple, like the Southerns and Easterlings together. He gives me a ring to move that one guy in and move the Westamnet guys into Helm's Deep. So now I have, because he did that, he basically gave me he gave me a muster. So now I'm happy. Now I can get both the Witch King and Saruman this turn. So the Witch King shows up in Dale. He moves the Fellowship. And I hit, and it's a 3. He just takes it. Then he might random there. And then I get Saruman. So I get all my dice except for the mouth. But I'm feeling pretty good now. After having no musters, turn 1 and 2. There's 1. Now I have my people in. I draw Balrog, and Shadow is moving. Storm of Bats. I have an interesting decision here. I'm thinking I'm going to use all the cards I have, and I think Balrog is not going to do anything for me now that he's leaving. So I decide to just get rid of the Balrog. Balrog's gone. He declares in Lorien, goes down to 4. Allocate 9 because I have to. I roll 2 more. And I have a pretty unproductive roll, but I do, I have cards I can play. And he rolls as well the West. He's not moving the Fellowship this turn, so. I move the Southern and Easterlings down to rush him, so making decisions. My first decision to do. Passes, there we go. Now he brings Gandalf into Fangorn. I play Anna and they went in the pool, because I don't want to show them what I'm going to do. Moves Gondor to war. I decide to move the leadership around because I want to play Dreadful Spells. And he musters an elite till Dol Amroth. I attack Erebor. And I leave 4 behind. And the reason I leave 4 behind is I'm going to bring the guys from South Rune up using Shadows Gather. And plus he still has like 2 regulars in there. I don't want them to take Dale back. Musters a leader in Dol Amroth and a regular in Bree. Now play Shadows Gather. I'm not going to play Dreadful Spells yet. I just want to make sure that I take that over. That moves the dwarves down. He's got Gandalf earlier than I had him. I didn't even play him last game. So I draw Ringwraiths and Corsairs of Umbar. I allocated an eye by accident. I said 0E. But he declares again because he didn't move. And I rolled another eye, so I didn't mean to. I should have another. I might have rolled an eye, but I really only wanted to allocate none that round. It was a Fellowship on 2 eyes. I miss. I play Dreadful Spells, so I'm going to get some hits on Erebor. I only got 1. He plays Dane Ironfist card. It's like perfect card for him. Now I said I'm just going to do the Erebor fight. I play Storm of Bats to start. He gets 0. He gets 2. I'm going to stop because I'm not. This is dangerous. And I get Day Without Dawn. Passes. I decide to start mustering in Helm's Deep. Then I decided to start mustering in runes because I need to reinforce. It was a Fellowship. I hit on 5s, and I miss. Now I reinforce Erebor and move these guys closer to help that they can be up for backup. It's a Fellowship again. This time I do hit. It's a 1 reveal, so at least he's at a Lorien. And he's at 4. He takes the Corruption. I decided I'm going to attack Erebor. And I'm going to play Monsters Roused. So I hit on 5s and 6s, and I get 3. And he gets 5 back. So I decided to press and draw, hoping to take him out with a Deadly Strife. Because I'm not going to use Corsairs this game. I don't plan to go for Delamroth. He's already mustering up. So I get 3 hits, and he only gets 2 back, which is unlucky for him. And I'm going to press and use my Great Host to finish them off. No card, so he can't even do anything. I don't get hits. I roll anyway just to see what happens, but I wouldn't have gotten a hit. And he rolls a 3 back, and he misses. So Erebor's gone. So I'm feeling okay with my tempo, except I don't really have a second target right now. I'm only targeting Do, and I have some people showing up in Orthanc, but I don't know what's going to happen. It's a Fellowship, and I decide to start mustering up in Moria to go after Lorien. I've got Breaking of the Fellowship, Turn of the Witch King. Allocate an eye, and there's musters. So I'm just gonna muster up in Moria, I think this time. Is Will of the West. He's gonna start by playing it, moving the Fellowship, and I miss. And here we go. The orcs are multiplying in Moria. Muster, keep mustering. Muster another elite. Then moves the elves down. I decide to start moving out using Ring Razor Abroad. And I try to think how I'm going to do it. I do it that way. I probably should have put a Nazgul on the Fellowship. I didn't want to because I didn't want to, him to just declare off of him. It was elves to 1, so he's going to guarantee to be able to get elite somewhere. I just said that my army up north has a better shot, so I attack Lorien first. War. There's an elite in, so that's a pretty full stack in Woodland Realm. It's rare to see that in a game, so good job, dude. So the Dale army goes in. I think he was thinking about scouting. That's difficult. He has a third scout. He plays the red arrow to move Rohan down. And I decide to muster to do the voice ability to get 2 more elites in Orthanc. I draw Candle of Corpses, Denethor's Folly. Allocate 1. I roll 1 more. He gets lots of Will of the West here, so I'm going to probably play a Day Without Dawn this turn. There's a Fellowship. I'll play Day Without Dawn now to get rid of it, so I can get use of it. And he'll have to give me a ring if he wants to get to Mordor that way. The Fellowship missed. So I have to hope for cruel weather somehow, but I'm just trying to take it out, I guess. So I start with the Storm of Bats, and I get 2. He gets 2. So I'm going to keep pressing because I wanted to take him out. And I draw Delver of Orthanc, not helpful. Do no card. I got 1. He gets 1. I'm going to press 1 last time, no card. He plays Heroic Death. And I do get a hit, but it's Heroic Death. And he gets 1 back. So I stop. And he passes. I decide to keep going for Lorien. Now I play the Dread and Despair. Forfeiting 1 because I can only roll 4 dice anyway. And I get 1 hit. And he gets 0 back. I draw in to give it to us, so it's not cruel weather. He passes. I attack Lorien again. No card. No hit. I kill. He moves Rohan down. It's like a waste of dice. I decide to start mustering up in North Runes in case I need them for backup in Lorien. He plays Mithril Coat and Sting, so there's a Sting. And I can't get rid of it because I don't have Nazgul Strike anymore. And now I could have Cruel Weather, 1 in 9 chance, but I don't, so I attack Lorien. And I get my hit. So I'm at 5, which is that's kind of where I want to be when they're in Mordor. I'm kind of scared here. So I draw Morgul Wound and Desperate Battle. I get rid of Delivery of Orthanc, the Threats and Promises card. I turn 8. He's in Mordor. I allocate 1. Looking at the pool here, I'm making sure the pool is correct. My red tiles. There's 1 movement. There's a Fellowship. It's an I. So he takes the Corruption. I decide I'm going to make sure I can play Morgul Wound. So it goes up to 6. That's a Fellowship. Now I play Candle of Corpses. So I'm just going Corruption. And I roll 3 6s. That's nice. Didn't even need companions to make it hit. So it goes straight to 9. Now he's in bad shape. He's having open the pool. I answer back by putting Give It to Us in the pool. Passes. I decide I'm going to go after Rohan and put these guys up in Lorien. We just connected there. Passes. I decide to move my leadership around. Did I bring the mouth in? Yeah, I bring the mouth in first. So I bring the mouth in because I want to make sure I get leadership with the mouth up here. So the mouth runs up to wherever this is, Woodland Realm. The Witch King decides to move to Woodland Realm too because we're going to take that out first. Gives me a ring with the Fellowship, and he gets an I. So he randoms, gets Gimli, perfect for him. I think what I'm going to do, attack Woodland Realm. I don't have any character cards, so I'm going to see if I can take him out. So I play Desperate Battle, play a Shield Wall, and I get 5 hits, or 4. He gets 2. Press and draw. I decide to play Shadow Lengthens here. I was going to save it, but I want to take it out. Maybe I should have played Roland's Assault here instead. Got 1 hit. And I get 1 of the rerolls, so that's 2. And he gets 3 back. So I was hoping to get the 3rd with the movement kill. So I decided to press. No card. And I got my hit. Lucky. Lorien wasn't so lucky, but I did get him in the end, but it took like 20 dice to get that. So now I'm at 7. That's the Fellowship. I decided to start moving towards my... I'm seeing my victory points as Polar Gear. And Helm's Deep. But I want to bring these 4 to threaten. I'm going to turn 9 out to Orc Multiplying again, and Cruel Weather, finally. I allocate 2 eyes. Just 1 eye. Roll 1 more. He rolls plenty of movement. Who's a Fellowship? I got a 2. Brings in a Pippin. Goes up to 10. So now I'm hoping... my goal right now is to draw Isildur's Bane. I got Lure of the Ring instead. Who's a Fellowship. And it's a 1-stop. Give It to Us. So I'm showing you the pool. Unless my face is blocking it. That's not blocking. You can see the pool's right there. So it does a 1. And I put it on the board instead. And I draw the red 3, which is better for me. So he decides to take Strider. And Boromir's leading. I use a ring to draw a character card. I'm trying to kill him. I'm looking for Isildur's Bane. thinks. He passes. Now I'm going to go for 10 victory points. So attack Pelargir first, no card. And I don't get hit, he doesn't get a hit. And he moves to Osgiliath. Passes again. Now I move my leadership around this way so that I have defense. And I have my Nazgul come into Helm's Deep. So I decided to muster because I need 3 dice to win. So I do it that way. And he starts moving towards Pelargir. Where'd the other people go? Oh, into Helm's Deep. So now I can move out. So I move out. And I don't really care if he kills Saruman here, because I have enough leadership with my Nazgul. Sings for a long time, and he decides to kill Saruman, and then play Gwahir to get to Helm's Deep.
He arrives precisely when he
So I decide to attack Helm's Deep and see if I can win it here anyway. He musters an elite in Rohan, or regular in Edoras, and a regular in Minas Tirith. I attack Helm's Deep. See what my cards are like. I can't play any of these Nazgul cards. I can play Onslaught, Relentless Assault, or Delvery of Orthanc. So I decide to play Delvery of Orthanc. I got 1. And he gets 3 back. And I'm going to press. And I draw Great Host. New Powers Rising is not going to help me now because Saruman's dead. Decide to play Great Host here. No, Relentless Assault. He plays Heroic Death. I killed my elite. And it does help. I get 3 hits with that. I'm not rolling 6s. And he gets 3 back. So I'm thinking he's going to take Gandalf here. But he takes 2 regulars and a leader. And that stops the battle. So now I'm kind of worried here. I draw Falthing from the Deep, which can do something, and half-orcs and goblin men. I get rid of Cruel Weather. Here's what's interesting. So I didn't realize this, but there is a die in the force pool. So we both put Saruman's die away. As a reminder, it's the shadow player's responsibility to do that, and then the 3 people can call them, but you shouldn't touch each other's dice. So I'm down a die this round. Allocate an eye. Roll no more. Who's the Fellowship? It's a 1. Rams into Legolas. I play Falthing from the Deep. Get a 2 reveal. And I draw, he decides to move Boromir there, but he can't do that. It's got to be random. So I draw Mary, which is good for me, because that's going to move him up 1 more. I play half-orcs and goblin men. My goal is to see if I can threaten the military here, but it's feeling very unlikely to win. I don't have any way to play any cards. Like if I had a character card, or if I had a Palantir, could have worked. That's a Fellowship. I muster an elite in Orthanc. Passes. Another elite in Orthanc. Musters an elite in Rohan. Because I'm going to move 1, 2, then I'm going to just fight for it. And we're moving. Guys are moving from Umbar. Thanks. Now here's the pool. If he draws the 1 reveal, I win. Because he has to take Boromir. He can't avoid the reveal. And I have Lure of the Ring in hand to kill him. If it's the Shelob, there's a chance I still might not win unless I roll like a 3 or higher. And everything else wins for him. There's a fellowship, and I draw. She lob, and it's a 6. So that was super unlucky for him. I feel kind of bad. That's why I called it a tale of swings and stings, because I felt like the luck swang a lot. And there were 2 stings that happened: Mithril Coat and Sting, and G-Lub. So I'm gonna show you the stats of that game. But close game. 3, 2, 1. Stats are there. So as you can see, I was negative 11 on 5s and 6s. He was plus 2 on 6s. Yeah, plenty of movement. I was plus on musters in the end after having no musters to start the game. But that was my game. So thank you all for watching this tournament game. I move on to round 2 versus Scarge. I don't know how I'm going to do. Who knows? The tournaments are swingy. And I mean, there's skill involved in the game, but it's a lot of luck. I mean, I should not have won that game. But don't forget, too, there was an extra die that could have turned into like an eye or something. I didn't even draw any eyes. But that was the game. Thank you all so much for watching and being part of my journey here. As a reminder, please check out the comments, or check out the description of my video. You can see a link to the Discord, a link to the live game that I played. Love to see you on the Discord. It's a fun time. Everyone's really nice there. And don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. And I look forward to seeing you in the future. Take care, everyone. Bye.